Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rizwan, and this is special message for South African President Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa and Ambassador here in London, London, England, Mr. Jeremiah Mamabulu. Uh, I have invented back in 2010. There is, and actually later on also invented many other things like reinvent, wheel, and there's a lot of inventions. I'm gonna attach all the inventions and their blueprints and the explanation diagrams and description and the figures with this email. Please have a look and ask any engineer, and anyone can understand. And it has a big ramification with the BRICS also, the other organization. So the free world of great economy, and many other possibilities, and plus also all that during the 15 years many so-called conspiracies and crisis wars being created artificially, man-made. They were just like a play to keep the status quo alive, uh, like dominancy and colonial dominancy, to be honest. And uh, all that infrastructure has to be in control by the grid. This invention actually will make it off the grid economy around the world. That's mean everyone is free, not African, European, everyone. I mean Asian, black, whites, regardless of any religion, ethnicity, age group, sex, anything that's especially been created. So please, uh, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, please, if you can be a Nobel laureate. I will be so happy if you can help me. Just present me to the world, actually, to show actually even a little presentation. If you finance and look, the South Africa will be changed forever. It will be no more like any poverty or color base or anything like that. And everything was exaggerated, inflated by the bankers mentality. uh, it should be exaggerated by that invention, but all the chaos and wars being generated, it's not only Gaza and Ukraine, plus many African wars also being financed, franchised, and so many other things also relevant to with this my invention, which will take the control of um, few people, not whites, not even British people, very few people who control free world, like who claim to be a free world. But this invention is actually for free world, true freedom for everyone, not for African black slaves, like for European, for even here in England, provided if the England and Wales law is being implemented, was implemented from 2010 to up till now, the world would have been much better. But it did not. If someone can help me take it to the British court, it will change everything. If the British judge seeing it, that British economy would have been 10, 20 times much better now, and no immigrant and that terrorism and all that, immigration, or Brexit and Scottish referendum, all linked to that. So I will really appreciate and will help you. You can help the humanity, not only for your own country, around the world. My ethnicity was, color of skin was exaggerated. My background, born and raised in Pakistan, even my Indian origin, I was gonna say Pakistan. They are all that, Rishi Sanak, uh, Hamza Yusuf. So there are many that comes later, provided if the British judge seeing the things as as should be seen by the British law. So, but nevertheless, if it seen been or not been seen by British law, by the British government, by the English and Wales law under, still, if it goes to South Africa, any part of the world, that part of the world is free, and it will go to Israel, Palestine, you name it, Ukraine, Russia, you name it, to Ecuador, to Galapagos Island, to Indonesia. Put a finger on the globe. Anyway, sir, I would love to hear from you, please. And thank you very much. I'm going to attach all that, as I said. And even I wrote it on a book also, just on to have an evidence. It's on a Kindle, but I'm going to attach completely free with this. It doesn't mean my price reward is that if all that chaos and can be stopped and not can be should not be linked with me. The solar tree, that's I call the name. Actually, interestingly, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa and South African, generally speaking, actually I was in back in South Africa back in 1994, and I been to, there was in Botswana. This country doesn't exist anymore. It's annexed or emerged into South Africa, but at that time, there was a city, there was a recreational, lot of fun was there. It's called Sun City. Actually, I give the name for that Sun City. It was not meant any religious utopia or promised land. I just give the name for that invention. That it's not a promised land, it's not a biblical tree or forbidden fruit. I just give the name, randomly give the thread in the nice, pleasant memories of that few days or moments I spent in that city, that area, the creational, like Disneyland, they call it, other world, anything. But I just loved it and just give the name. It doesn't mean anything to religious orientation, any utopia or other things. But Medina or other things, it was just being forced upon. And as I said, like a exact mental banker's mentality, where you exaggerate or inflate very few things, and actual thing that should be like a Star of David, so being called, that should be, little thing should be inflated, sponsored, financed, or encouraged. But it did not, it was brutally discouraged. But as I said, obviously that comes later. I am a evidence proof, and I have a physical hard copy, hardcore proof, all that. You won't be disappointed, sir, please, if you can little bit help me. I'd actually help South African or African or in general all humanity. Uh, and things my relatives relevancy is exaggerated. My ex-wife was her actually she was my first cousin, was my ex-wife, I'm saying. It was exaggerated. She said born in Britain, but almost raised in Nigeria and then to South Africa. And then, like the British politician Kemi Badnoch, just you name, South African crisis, what happened, Asian community, Indian, Pakistan, Asian community was exaggerated. Hamza Yusuf was in Africa, Priti Patel, Swela, Braverman, all these politicians was groomed and exaggerated like a snakes and ladder. Who should go up, who should go down, brutally manipulated that truth. Not okay. And but the minute you show to your engineer, look, it goes in South Africa, it goes in Tel Aviv, it goes in Haifa, everything will be calm down. Go in Kiev, any part of the world, or in Ramallah, in Palestine, Gaza, in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, imagine. Anyway, is hopefully I will love to hear from you, please, and love to see South Africa again. And my ex-wife, her father, my uncle, actually was also did a PhD, and he was a dean in South African University. And my other relatives will come later on. I will tell that even the far flung links were exaggerated, but this was not. This invention was, people was deviated from the treasure, full pin codes for the treasure, false smoke screens was created. And sir, end of message. Bye bye.